Oh, is that right? Well, it better be. Alright, so what's up, guys? As you would see, this is kind of a little bit of an experiment I got going on, with it being my first commentary on, this whole Black Ops thing I'm kind of experimenting with, kind of starting to capture with this phone, and oh man, it's a nightmare trying to get this phone to actually really be still so that it could try to capture at its very potent quality, but not having much luck lately. But I'm just trying to work with a very few that I actually have. So without further ado, here is some footage of me and my brother tagging along. So you're gonna see switching through our perspectives and all that, blah blah blah, all that boring stuff. Alright, so get it out of the way. This is pretty much just me trying to see what this phone is really capable of doing, and whatever, it's pretty much the only thing I have, and whatever. Other than that, really blows, to say the least, that my laptop had to really get messed up, through registry errors, because I had a lot of stuff going on, as you could see if you've seen my other videos. That I had, projects going on in terms of, Mugen and, other gameplay and of other games, and nonetheless my animations, which those really took a suffering because I had a lot of files and projects going on that I was working on for a while, and then my laptop got really messed up, just did not even boot, and I was like, well, fuck, now I'm left with nothing. So there is luckily an animation program that I've been tampering with on this phone, but still trying to get the feel for it. Maybe the first animation I'll release is kind of like, will be something like this, a lot like to just test it more than anything. So yeah. What else would I have to go over? Yeah, this is my brother right here, and his gamer tag on the multiplayer is FinsAllDay3, and I also have another friend of mine that I often play with. He's SyntendoGaming. You can add these two people. I like to play with them both. I'm trying to get a nice lobby going on for the custom games. It's pretty hard to get a custom game going on, something good, because you just after a while you get kind of tired of the whole traditional team deathmatch or domination and all that boring stuff. I'll put their gamer tags in the link in whatever in the description below. I have my head up my ass. What the fuck? Yeah, I haven't slept. I spent quite a while trying to get this whole thing ready. Because the phone, it's kind of a bit of a slippery little bitch, and yeah, I try to stand it on a pile of clothes that I have, because I don't really have anything that's really stand it with that's actually like a solid object per se. So I kept falling off, and just after a while I finally got the bitch to actually stand still and record solidly. So here's a little funny thing. My brother's out there like looking, as you can see, he's looking behind me, and that's where right just there, he tells me where they are. He tells me, and then that's where I come in, and we just both did our thing. That was just beautiful. Other things to cover, not really, just kind of seeing what I can get a feel of, more than anything, because I'm not really at that stage yet. I can't really say anything much about my channel. It's just kind of like a whole variety thing going on. I'm doing more experiments more than anything. So, here we are on this team deathmatch. We end up losing by just a hair. It was a good game though, nonetheless. Can't really complain. Just felt like our teammates didn't really connect, I don't know, our teammates were just everywhere else but where we were. So me and my brother were really kind of like trying to hold down our ground and look out for each other, because I mean, in this game, it's really important to look out for each other and have a good sense of communication, you know. So we got all that going on. Oh man. Yeah, that was it right there. Last ditch. My crossbow doesn't work. I'm not going to be really able to defend myself other than the C4.
Charges planted.
And if you haven't noticed, my brother has a really... I can't do what he does. I really honestly can't do what he does. It's this thing where he likes to make extensive use of that smoke grenade, and he just has a way of using it with a scavenger, and he just like... I'm guessing what he does is he guns down people, and he just looks at those scavengers. Look what he's doing right now. He takes a look at them, and he tosses his smoke in an according way where he could just toss it, replenish it, toss it again, replenish it, and toss it again. And he just makes a mess. He just has, it's just this way, the way that he does it is just, I admire. Like I cannot do it at all. Even if my life depended on it. Oh, and there goes the screen getting a little bit idle. Yeah. What's that? Oh. Yeah, we were just hanging out at this house for like much longer than we'd expected.
Charges planted.
I kind of crawl out a little bit, but usually you get in a spot where camping kind of is your best option, and you know, your teammates are just everywhere, all over the freaking place. And it's just, at that point, it's just ridiculous. Like, forget it. Like to mix up my classes a little bit, you know. Just gladiate through all my classes. When I get killed, I usually change something. Usually, I mean, and there's that other time where I just kind of stick with the same thing for a while. Hopefully this kind of turns out better than I had hoped, or whatever, when it uploads, that is. Because YouTube has a tendency to do funny stuff with your video once you upload them. Let's just hope it doesn't turn out for the worst. It's a very low scoring game, to say the least. Usually, yeah, by this time, the game's almost done. Be something like 50 to 60, something like that. No, everyone played preservatively. Fuck, man. I need to get some sleep, because I'm not speaking right. I'm choking up, man. I fucking feel like a dumb asshole. And there's that dick face. Yeah, he's gonna nail me. That's where he nails me, right there. And Chicom, it's a funny little submachine gun. I love it, honestly. It's my favorite gun, to be honest. But sometimes it feels like a little pea shooter, and you just don't get enough shots in, because it is low damage after all. But just what I love about it is the insane amount of rounds per minute on that thing, combined with the burst action fire that really helps you get farther targets with less recoil, more control over what you're shooting at. It's an iffy gun, to say the least, because then also hip fire can be a little bit awkward with the way it fires, but not too much of a problem in general. So this is game, and man, it's it's a new thing for me to be doing this kind of stuff. So please excuse me if I sound a little bit like a little derp and all that. Hopefully I'll be, rolling these out a little bit more often, or whatever, maybe every now and then. So on that note, see you guys later.